Alright, greetings all, and welcome to the mobile edition for Crying Suns. Let's just jump into it and show off what it's all about. Alright, so I know I've already basically gone through this a little bit to get through the tutorials and stuff like that, so this is basically a run to basically show off what the game proper sort of looks like. Anyhow, let's start a new run. I'm just gonna skip the dialogue stuff here, so let's customize our crew and battleship. Alright, so I'll note that Crying Suns is essentially a game that's basically inspired by FTL. And it's got the aesthetics of Dune in there as well as other inspiration for other games. The idea basically you're basically taking a battleship in this one as opposed to a corvette type of vessel, and you basically have squadrons and stuff that basically pop out of your battleship, and you use big capital ship weapons and stuff like that. I'll note at the start here we only have access to one battleship to make use of, and of course you have their different options basically up here: easy, normal, and hard. We have to use a couple options here, so let's just see here. I want to go for someone who's basically combat related, so one of these guys here will probably be good to go for because basically they've got combat related skills. You'll basically boost up my squadron, so I basically pick up you, and you'll make my battleship weapons basically reload faster. This is pretty powerful, but I think we'll go for the thruster boost over here of Maria Incolia. And let's see here. Over here, we basically have a couple of spies we can basically pick up here. One is basically famous, so if I basically try and sell her, I'll basically get a lot of money basically at the shop for selling her. But that's basically her only good point. Basically, she can be sold for more if I find a shop. The other guy over here basically is good for battleship repairs, and he basically repair my hull. So I guess we'll take him, and let's just jump into the game. And by the way, there's an info button here. We basically see what these basically all do. So on the basically there's different skills for your officers basically they have. So you have piloting, fighting, demolition, exploration. You'll basically see what these all come into when we get around to it. There's also system compatibility. So there's different parts of your battleship that you'll basically be operating. So you have the hull of your battleship. You have the strong base where your little fire squadrons basically pop out of. You have weapon oriented compartments and stuff. You'll basically see what this is basically all about, but let's just jump into the game and show off what the gameplay is all about. So let's just get to it. Alright, so loading her up, a new run. Chapter 1 Echoes. Alright, so I'll note this is basically a sector map. There's a total of 3 sectors, and essentially it's divided into 6 chapters. So you basically have a total of 18 sections to basically go through. But the interesting thing about Crying Suns is that unlike FTL, which is basically one giant game that's 8 sectors long, this is essentially a game that's subdivided into 6 different mini games, so to speak. You basically have an individual chapter you're basically going through each and every time, and well, basically as you can see here, basically have we're in sector 1 of 3. We basically go through 3 sectors basically for a single chapter. And then we beat that chapter, and that's a complete game basically, right? That's an entire run. So you're basically doing at least 6 runs for this game, and that's very interesting for a concept for this type of game, FTL, because it's not all in one giant campaign. It's a lot of mini ones. It's kind of like Definite Extinction, though. Definite Extinction didn't really do it too well, so whatever. Alright, so over here you'll see there's a lot of stuff we basically do. We'll see just anomalies, enemy forces, trading beacons, ground signals, and stuff like that. These are all basically events we can basically find as we go along in the sectors. Note wherever I basically see these little white signals, those are indication there's going to be a ground mission where we basically send our officers basically out in planetary raids and stuff like that. The little yellow things basically is an anomaly of some sort. So we'll possibly have a battleship to fight, or there'll be some other event that basically happen. There's trading beacons for basically our shops. And then there's the enemy force is not present right now, but that'll appear probably in the next sector, which is for upping our fires and stuff. Now I'll note that the points of interest basically indicate how many stops basically like making that sort of sector to like do stuff. So if I go to like this sector here, we'll have like 5 different stops as well as 3 anomalies to go through. So that'd be like a good sector base to run through. Here's like another one down here for another 5. Now, the thing about this game is you want basically plan out like your route basically to the exit, because there is like a sort of like FTL Rebel Fleet style like thing happening where you'll basically be pursued as like you go from the entrance here. So I don't want to be like take too much time basically basically like screwing around, so to speak. Now, on the by the way, it is probably like a good idea to try and map this out so that like you get like the best like sort of like outcomes basically running through here. I'm thinking what I might want to do here. I'll probably want to go like maybe I'll like up to like here, then here, then down here, then we'll go down here, and then we'll go like up this pretty exit. That'll be like my grand plan, I think. So let's do that. So we'll jump right to our first sector. Alright, so incoming transmission. So if this is our little station, it'll be worth your while, I promise. Now, I'll note this is a very dystopian type of post-apocalyptic world where people are very desperate and stuff is basically happening. Well, that was strange. So, I'll note this event, what basically what's happening right here is basically these guys in this station, and you can basically attempt to contact the station again, or you can basically send commands to visit the station. Let's just try attempting to contact the station again. I've never actually done this option just yet. Get me back in touch with that station, Ozo. Of course, sir. Sorry, sir, no luck. The station's not responding. If we want to talk to that man, we'll have to do it in person. What do you want to do about this station, Admiral? So, I'll note that basically this game, you can basically send commandos basically out to do stuff and stuff like that, but sometimes it's not really worth it basically to attempt it. So let's continue on to our next destination, and we'll leave these guys basically alone. I don't like this. He seems a little too eager for us to visit. We push on. So I'll note that's like a game you basically have to make decisions is it worth it basically to interact with people, or just leave it alone, so to speak. It's kind of like if you ever play FTL, there's basically those giant spire space monster type of missions, and you had a risk of your crew being eaten. There's gonna be a lot of those type of missions based in this game. You have to watch out for it, but whatever. Pushing on, are you? Ah, that's too bad. All right, well, we left that guy alone. Let's see. Let's scavenge for some NEH over here. I'll just our fuel source in this game. So we got a little bit of fuel base to run around here, so that's I guess nice. Alright, let's just go to the local system map. So on the base there's a star map, which is basically your entire sector. And then on top of that there's this mini system map, which is the system that you're basically in. So this is a small little system. It's basically got 2 points of interest. We have a military base on this planet over here, as well as the sun. So let's get over to the military base, I guess. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed, but basically up here you can see we're always losing resources as we do stuff. So we'll lose men, we'll lose fuel, we'll lose scrap, and this will be being lost all the time. All right, so I'm picking up a stress signal from the beacon, sir. I thought the beacons were a little more connected to the full net. They're not, sir, but this one seems to be transmitting a simple signal relayed from the planet. All right, so let's investigate the stress signal. Let's investigate the signal. Someone might need our help. Going in, sir. There's a scrapper hiding near the beacon, sir. It was a trap. Alright, so we fall into a trap. And here's our first battleship, what we're gonna fight. That's a nice juicy battleship you got there, Admiral. Kinda sophisticated for a scrapper. Am I impressed? Alright, so it's a trap. The enemy was waiting for you. Its groins have been deployed, and its weapons are ready to fire. The battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. Alright, so here's basically a tactical map where we're basically going to fight the enemy over here. Now, some of that's very different from FTL and Crying Suns. Basically in FTL, you're basically sort of the grunts basically doing the stuff in the ship. You basically be firing your weapons, fixing the systems and stuff like that. I'll note that Crying Suns takes a sort of different approach to this sort of gameplay, in that as opposed to being the hands-on guide basically directs your troops basically to do stuff. You're the Admiral, and the Admiral's basically all about directing his his subordinates around. So basically how this game basically works, we're gonna like direct our like squads basically around to like, you know, attack the enemies. We'll like be directing our weapons officers, basically firing our weapons at the ship. We're not gonna get into like the you know, the nitty-gritty basically of our ship combat and stuff like that. So we're not like managing our systems as much. But whatever. Let's just set my ship basically up here. So on the base we have some officers I've got to deploy. One base is good for the squadrons, one is basically good for the hull. So we'll get this guy basically in our hull to like repair if we need it. And we'll get our guy basically in the like, you know, the squadron bay over here. We currently have two ships basically set up. We have like a fire squadron as well as a frigate, and this guy's gonna be sending out. Looks to be like a fight over here. So he's just gonna send a simple fires like packed over here, so it's like already damaged. He's got an officer here who's basically got tactical deployment, so he's gonna increase the squadron's deploy zone, so basically like deploy a little bit farther out. Okay. And I'll buy like it's like, you know, special products for like different guys basically fight. I'll note that our ship basically over here basically have like, you know, improved repair time for like our squadrons, so they can like, you know, get back into the action a little faster. We're basically playing scrappers here who basically have like, you know, basically have like, you know, these abilities where like, you know, our squadrons basically are always in pack state, so they always start damaged. And basically when you acquire new ones, basically like, you know, be able to solve for more if you want to. And of course you got this stuff over here, you got the Brood Deployer, so basically this guy like deploys this guy's faster but at less health. So fun. Alright, let's get our guys deploy. We're just going to drop off our fires right there. We'll drop off the frigate right here. And by the way, if you look at like, you know, your hangar here, you'll basically have access to like, you know, fighters, you'll have drones, you'll like, you know, frigates, and eventually you'll have like cruisers and stuff. And these are like, you know, all like, you know, mini ships basically you can deploy from your battleship to do stuff. So they basically like, you know, fight like the little small fry while you're basically like, you know, duking out like the battleship over here. Alright, let's deploy our guys. So he's deploying our guys first. We have to wait for ours. And let's just take him on. Alright, let's get to it, and we'll basically like just attack these guys here. See, that wasn't really much of a fight, but I know these guys basically come back real fast, so they won't be gone for long, those guys. Alright, let's just get over here. We'll basically just, like, get over to his ship. As you can see, he's already like, getting his guys back over here a little bit, real fast. But we're already attacking his hull, so we'll take him on real fast. Woo! Alright, so I'll note there's like, you know, different like, you know, fires these guys can deploy. And in this case, he deployed some very, very nasty drones. These are called like boomer drones, and basically what they do is they go boom when they blow up, so they'll explode. And it'll cause like damage to like adjacent like stuff. Alright, let's just fight these guys here. And I actually don't want to basically blow you know, my guys basically up here, so we're gonna have my like frigates, even though my frigates aren't like really good against drones, but basically have like them basically like, you know, blow them up. And let's make this guy like flee. I'm gonna probably want to make these guys like deploy basically back. You need to. Also, my weapon's ready to fire, so let's fire like our main battleship already based at this guy over here. And there we go, we blew up the guy. So, good job, Admiral. Here's a summary of the battle. So, basic our reward, basically got the Fire Mark 1 Wraith. And there goes that battleship, it's being completely destroyed. I'll note over here we now have access to a nice shiny, like, you know, fire over here. So here's basically the Fire Mark 1 Wraith. Basically this guy has like, you know, as opposed to like my basic fighter, this guy's basically got like, you know, special abilities. So he's got like advanced stealth, so basically it goes in stealth mode. And he's got like a phase out shockwave where it basically does an EMP on the guys when it basically comes out of like, you know, stealth mode. So very powerful as guys right here. Let's just undeploy this guy. We're gonna put this guy basically in. So now you have like, you know, these guys basically ready to go. I'll note down here I've actually got like a patched like, you know, drone here. So I'll note by basically in this game I'll have like, you know, squadrons that are like damaged or like, you know, less like than like, you know, like, you know, fully what they're capable of doing. I'll note that the only like difference between like this guy and like this guy here is he has like less health, but basically, you know, if I deploy this guy, I'll be at half health basically when he like starts the battle, so something to watch out for when I'm basically use this guy in the future. Alright, let's prepare a mission and go down to the secret military base down here. So something that this game basically does different than FTLs, it has like ground missions where it basically send like guys down to like, you know, go to planets basically like, you know, looting for stuff. The idea is to basically take like one of your like officers here who basically have like different skills. So we can take like this guy who basically has like, you know, scientist and it's like, you know, substitute skills, or we can take like this guy here who basically has like the fire skills. Depending on what these guys basically have for like skills to basically like have different outcomes. So if I choose this guy, we'll have like as you can see, a lot more resources extracted. No one will get like killed. The officer won't be harmed. As opposed to her, who basically gets less resources. So like lose commandos, my officer will possibly get injured. I'll note by basically like the stuff they basically do here. Depending on like what you basically do, you'll have like different outcomes for like your officers. So it's always good to have like multiple different officers and like different skill sets to basically do stuff. So let's just send her basically out to do stuff over here. This guy right here, and launch the expedition. And this is like something that really shows like how much of an admiral you basically are in this game, because basically in FTL you'd be like manually doing this stuff like you guys, but here being the admiral, you're just like to sort of watch these guys do what they're they basically do on their own. So we're getting reports basically in this guy like he goes along. So he's made to a secret military base. He's gonna loot wherever he can from here. So he found nothing in the secret military base, doesn't have like the piloting force. So well, we'll see what else you're gonna basically find. So you avoid dangerous persuasion there. Avoid some more persuasion. Avoiding all the damage, Alright, now no by the way, as like you go along, you basically have the option basically to like pull these guys out if like they're getting injured. My guys are totally fine, so I'm just gonna keep them in, but the line's secure, Admiral. You've seen our battle readouts. What do you think? Should we continue with the mission? So yes, let's continue. So we got some more scrap, basically continuing here. I got nothing for that one, unfortunately, but oh well. There we go, there's some more scrap. Avoid some more danger there. And there's the extraction point, so we're gonna pull these guys out now. So, waiting for extraction, sir. After, like, romp on the world, basically, our like, war, so we basically got some scrap there, so hooray. Now, not bother, is this a game much like FTL where you can upgrade your stuff, so I think right now we're going to upgrade our, like, our fuel scavenging efficiency for like, the next sector, so we're just going to upgrade this for, like, the future endeavors where we basically get our fuel, basically, like, from, like, the start of the sector. And let's just go to the next sector here, of North, I guess. Oh, we got ourselves a battleship. Church battleship, sir! So thank Oberon, an Imperial ship. You are only a child. I am. Everyone on a ship is, Admiral. Alright, so ask where the children come from. A ship full of children? I don't understand. We are the children of Theodorus IV, a planet in the Shirk's cluster. Unlike most people on our planet, we do not worship the Omnis as gods, and for this we have been persecuted. So we stole a ship and left studying all battleship books in our libraries beforehand. Still, it's been a bumpy ride, I won't deny it. Please help us, Admiral. We are only children. Ask how you can help them. How can we help? We're being pursued by Archer ships. They know about us now. You could help us by bringing us aboard, Admiral, by defending and transporting us to a planet where we've been free to think and act as we wish. We know of such a planet not far away. You could put it on your star map. We have scrap. We'd be happy to pay for you for the ride. We're begging you. Help us. We are only children. Now, not by the way, like, as I said, this is a very dystopian game, so basically, like, these guys could be, like, taking me for a ride here if I'm not really careful. And I'll note that even, like, the children in this game are like that, by the way. I know that I know what the possibilities basically for, like, doing this are, and I'll note basically you'll probably want to hit the blue condition if you have it, but, let's just show off, like, how, like, dystopian this world basically is. So, let's give the children a ride to a new planet. Lean, form a team to escort the children onto our ship. Of course, sir. Pods are on the way. Sit tight. Thank you, Admiral. You're too kind. I wish our parents were more like you. Where are your parents? It hurts to say this, but many are hunting us now. They are some of the most ardent on Theodorus IV. Sir, my grunts tell me the kids are on the pods and have almost reached the ship. I'm told they look like they've been through hell, sir. I'm also told they look nervous. Probably have a hard time trusting us now. We can be monsters. Sir, I have a delayed message from a children's ship. Why not just communicate us in person? Hello, Admiral. You must be wondering why we sent you a message now. Well, we just wanted to let you know that you've fallen for our trap. You stupid Imperial pig. Death to all Imperial pigs! Praise the Omni Gods! Sir, the children, several were strapped with neon and explosive devices underneath their rags. We've taken them down, sir, but it's a bloodbath. Kid and commando body parts mixed up everywhere. Guess they were some kind of kid extremist group. So yeah, I'm not by like we just lost a bunch of like Marines basically doing that. So basically the thing about this game is like, you know, you might want to like, you know, be like the good guy in this game, but unlike say FDL, this is very much a game where like, you know, the other people who you may like be interacting with, they may not have good intentions. And it really like shows in some like these events like this one here, for example, where like, you know, we wanted to help these kids, but no, they were actually imposters trying to kill us. Alright, so we basically lost our like, you know, Marines there, which is not great, so let's have to go get more of them, but whatever. It's par for the course, right? So you just want to watch out for that sort of thing in this game. You can tell I've already basically seen that event before, but you know, whatever. It is like, you know, as it is. I'm gonna have like some knowledge basically like playing this game, so whatever. Alright, so I basically lost some of my like, you know, commandos here. I actually need to buy more. I could go to this planet here to get like some more stuff, but let's go to the ship here first to see if I can basically like, you know, pick up some more commandos. So we'll go here first. Shipping container, sir. Our Geiger readings are going crazy, sir. I guess they used to be scrapper containers. Lean, get your troops in the hazmat spacesuits and find out what those scrappers were shipping. Alright, so. Good news, sir. We found some tech inside. Chief says it's some kind of hull molecular enhancer, whatever that means. Alright, cool. So basically we found some tech in there. We basically got ourselves an upgrade for free to harden hull. So I'm not going to now have like an extra hull basically for like, you know, doing stuff. And I'm not, by the way, this is something I don't know about this game, by the way. There's like, you know, basically like FDL, you basically have like, you know, one hull where like, you know, once your HP hits 0, you basically die. This game's a little bit different where like, you know, you can have like multiple hulls. So basically we'll have like, you know, multiple health bars on this game. And we actually right now have like, you know, I believe like 3 health bars right now for our hull. So we have lots of like HP basically to like survive attacks if we need to. So, hooray! Lots of like hull, I guess. Let's visit the shop here. We need to go pick up some more like commandos. So basically, we're gonna pick up a couple more here. And as you see, they cost like scrap bits to buy, so to watch out for that. But oh well, this is part for the course. I don't think I really need this drone over here, so let's just sell this guy off. So we'll make a little bit of money basically back doing so. And I'm actually tempted to buy some fuel here, but let's hold off on that for now. Let's go to like the the next sector and see like what I can get for fuel basically going there. Alright, so we only have like a few guys, and we've ran into this battleship again. Kosh battleship, sir. Now, I'll note by the way, as I basically said, this game is inspired by Dune, and I'll note that there's basically other like, you know, houses based in this game besides yours, and like, you know, this is like one of the other houses, like, you know, one of the major like, you know, factions of this game. Your hull is weak, your weapon's laughable, and your squadron is contemptible. I'm going to tear you apart. Alright, so the battle's imminent. Good luck, Admiral. So I'll note this like a comparable battleship to us. And you can look at this guy right here. So battleship and allied units are immune to direct damage from their allied weapons. And when an allied unit is hit by an allied direct damage, this unit gets a DPS bonus. The critical fire does not propagate, and allied squadron speed is like less. So basically, the idea of like these guys are like slow, but they like get like bonuses from like the battleship when they like get attacked. He's also got a weapon, this guy right here. So he's basically got like the X beam, so he does damage to like fire squadrons out in the field. And he's gonna throw a fire squadron basically at me, so that'll be fun. I'll note this guy basically is in a hull here, so this guy basically has emergency repair, so he'll be able to repair his hull if he needs to. And, well, let's just get this battle ongoing, I guess. We're gonna drop this guy here, we'll drop this guy right there, let's just get to it. Now that these guys are fighting at like full health, so unlike before, these guys are actually capable of like fighting me and like actually like doing some like damage, so something to watch out for. Let's get this guy up here. Now, not by if I go into an asteroid field, you actually get some cover from the asteroid, so let's just do this and kill these guys basically in the asteroid field. I'll send these guys basically over here, and we'll send these guys basically over to. Let's just send these guys into the asteroid field as well. I'll note basically if you're in an asteroid field, be able to get some like defense, and basically, like, you know, if like these guys basically spawning in, which will be a little bit longer than the scrappers, we'll basically be able to defend ourselves a little bit better. So, hooray! And there we go. Basically, we're in there. We're going to attack this battleship now. Now note this guy's weapon's basically ready to fire, so we're basically going to see like his like, you know, beam basically fire off in a moment. And boom! Basically like splashes me with like his like, you know, weapon there. So unlike my weapon, which basically is able to use on his battleship, he's actually able to use it on my fighters, so he's attacked my fighters with this like, you know, weapon here. And there we go! Good job, Admiral! Here's a summary of the battle. So we just got some scrap for blowing him up. And boom, 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 the enemy battleship falls down. Alright, so there we go, we basically blew up the Kosh battleship, hooray! Let's go do our expedition over here. Alright, so, I'll note that like last time we used like this guy to go on this like expedition, but note that this time he's basically got like, you know, less like, you know, good results basically going on here, so I have to watch out for that. It'd be very obvious to send this guy out because maybe it'll like extract like war. My officer will still return safely, and like you'll basically lose less commandos. So let's use this guy basically to see like, you know, basically like get here. I guess like going out on this expedition here. Now there's like two like, you know, good points basically for like, you know, searching. So basically get some like nice stuff, I think. There's some scrap basically starting out. That's nice. More scrap. Here's our first like, you know, thing we basically like find, so getting anything from the first one, that's fine, it's like okay. Alright, so the line's secure, Admiral. You see our barriers, what do you want to do? So basically we can keep going. Now don't bother like if you keep going, like there's a possibility you're gonna take some damage basically like doing it at this point. I haven't taken any damage at this point, so if I want to I can actually pull out and like it's like, you know, good stuff basically doing so, but let's just continue, we'll try and get some more resources. We avoid that danger, it's great. Ooh, so there's like some damage from my guys right there. We found nothing right there. Nothing right there. Alright, so I want to know basically like what happened there. So sometimes you'll have like those danger basic incidents happen, and you'll basically have like your guys basically like take like damage and like your officer get injured. I'll note your basic officer has like a bunch of like HP that can like, you know, go down to like 0 if you're not careful, and basically she dies and like you lose the expedition. I'll note that as for soldiers, they basically have 2 HP each, and like as they like take like, you know, damage, so basically like, you know, get injured. So we basically lost like 2 commands basically going on like this expedition, but you know, we got some resources basically out of it, I guess, so it was sort of okay. I should have gone like, you know, I should have pulled out at the first like instance there, but oh well, it's just fine. So basically got like 2 losses here, we get some scrap basically for like our adventure, so whatever. Alright, so let's go down and let's see here. We've already been like to the rest of the stuff here, let's go to the star map. And as I basically said before, I want to basically like maybe go down here to go down in this direction, so let's just do that right now. Alright, so, civilian ship, sir. 12 o'clock. An Imperial ship. Who knew we'd ever be happy to see the likes of you? We're a group of prisoners who escaped our prison station by building a crude junk ship. Prisoners of the Empire? Captain, you're lucky I haven't started firing. Yeah, we're lucky to be flying around in a homemade ship. A bunch of convicts in a post-apocalyptic galaxy. You have no idea how lucky we are. Look, we don't want any trouble, Admiral. We know we could never beat you with our junk ship. We just want to help you and your crew. We know of a scrapper weapon around here that's unguarded. We'll tell you where it is on one condition. You give us NOH, and when the Empire's returned to its former glory, you'll pardon us for crimes, okay? 2 conditions. I'm Imperial Admiral, Captain, not Imperial Judge. Okay, but you can at least put in a good word for us, so what is it going to be? So, basically, like, you know, these are criminals. They want some, like, you know, fuel. We're not going to give it to them. So, we're just going to let these guys go. I don't really have, like, any issue with them. Let's just let them go. Sorry, Captain, but we need to hold on to our NOH at the moment. Too bad, Admiral. I really wanted to do business with you. Guess we'll just have to find an accurate cost ship, won't we? Enter transmission, sir. Alright, let's scout some NaOH right here. And it's good if I didn't take it because, like, you know, we like only have like one left place to do stuff. So we're running out low on fuel. So watch out for that. But there's a ship right here to like buy more stuff from. So let's go right there, I guess. Alright, so pick up my message from this beacon, sir. Looks to be on loop. Alright, so want to see the stars? Want to protect your loved ones against the hostile enemies? Then sign up today for the fleet. After all, it's good enough for the Admiral Idaho. That's us, by the way. It's good enough for you. But just so you know, by the way, this is a very story-based game, and in this game you're actually like playing as this guy down here, Admiral Idaho. He's actually like the greatest like admiral of like the Empire, so to speak. And look, this is actually our house right here, Telos. So basically, that's one of our like our faction's beacons over here, like our like specific faction in like, this game. But whatever. Let's visit the shop here. We're just gonna buy ourselves some more commandos here. I need to get myself some fuel, so we'll get some fuel. Now, I know these guys do have some like stuff you can basically buy if you want to. So they got like entropic weapons. So all weapons dealing direct damage to field units inflict the decay. So basically, like do like damage over time. And advanced electronic warfare. When enemy battleships have critical effects, your squadrons charge your abilities 30% faster. So okay, so some interesting stuff here. Basically, this is like something that makes my like weapons do like damage to like field units a lot better. So basically, if this guy had like 100 health, he basically would take like 12.5 damage over like on top of like weapon already deals. That's actually a really good effect basically to have like this like weapon here. So I might just buy this right here. So let's just buy that. Basically it goes up here by the way to the effects. So this is like our passive effects for like our ship, kind of like you can play like Bob Ozzy, just like the trinkets basically pick up and like they power up your ship like indirectly. So there's that. Let's go to the abandoned auto factory over here. Alright, so we got ourselves on our battleship. Sir, a Church battleship hiding in the asteroid field. Does it see us, Hawks? I don't believe so, sir. In those rocks, it physically must be something none. Alright, so there's like a basically like a thing here in BC to do. I'm gonna talk to this Church battleship if I want to, but I'm gonna be discreet about it, so to speak. I'm just basically like much like FCL basically have like your officers basically able to do stuff. So because I basically have like this guy who's basically able to like has specialist abilities, he basically have like redirect the asteroid into the enemy ship basically do damage to it. So let's do that. Actually, let's ask Calvin if he can attack. It is possible to attack. We could, though in an environment like this, we could sustain heavy damage doing so. There is another idea. I'm listening. If we have a specialist officer skilled in demolition, we could blow some of those asteroids into the battleship. Probably won't destroy it, but could clip its wings a little. Then we can move in and finish the job. What do you want to do about this battleship and those asteroids, sir? But I can continue on if you obviously want to avoid it, but let's just actually attack this guy. I'll show off what the church's like faction's all about. Let's make life a little harder for a church ship. I'm no meteorologist, sir, but I see an asteroid shower on forecast. So basically, he's our explosion explosion expert. Alright, so we basically damage this guy. Sir, it's done. The church ship has taken some hull damage, and we have a clear path to attack. Excellent. Now let's do a little zealot hunting, shall we? I like the way you think, sir. Now, don't bother, we're gonna have like an advantage in this one because basically enemy's gonna start damaged, and enemy's gonna basically like start with like critical effects on like the things that have like fires going raging in their ship. So I'm basically like he's on fire, so to speak. Alright, this guy's actually gonna deploy a frigate against me, so I watch out for that. And I'll know something about the Turk's weapons, by the way. The Turk's battleships basically are all like very like heavy like influenced by like being able to like hit with like with effects like this here. So he's basically gonna have like a lot of like battleship weapons on his like thing here. And by the way, I'm thinking about this guy here. Basically, it's like it's like the church's like philosophies. They use like non like damaging like weapons on your ships, basically to like cause effects and like hurt your guys like propaganda sort of over time, so to speak. So lots of stuff to watch out for. There's also some casual stuff over here. On the part you can actually capture stuff in this game. So if you basically want to like capture stuff, you can. And you might want to do so. Now, by the way, I don't want to send my fire base out and it's like frigates. So let's just like pop this guy into drones. These guys are agreeing it's like frigates and stuff. So we'll do that right here. Let's get to it. Alright, so there's this guy's gonna try and capture those, like, you know, things right there. I want to send this guy basically up to, like, capture, like, you know, this shipyard. Basically, the shipyard can use to, like, attack this guy at range if I don't, you know, not next to him, so let's just show it off. There's my drones, by the way, but boom! Attack him! Alright, this guy's basically, like, you know, got his fire space out of the way, so basically, there's, like, the weapons this guy's basically got like, the engine disruptor, so, basically, it'll kill, like, movement speed, won't do any damage, but, you know, it'll basically slow my units down. He's also got the hull breaker laser, basically, like, a battleship weapon, so, this won't, like, hurt, like, field units, but can be using it against my battleship to do a lot of damage, so, he can basically directly attack me, this guy, so I have to watch out for that. And there's, like, the, you know, the thing right there, basically, like, you know, because, like, he dropped that basically on me right here, it's gonna, like, you know, cause us, like, you know, our units basically take, like, you know, basically, it's gonna cause us, like, you know, his units to do more damage because I basically have, like, the deep, like, you know, debuff basically on me right now. Alright, so we basically took out. Now, nobody can at least capture the stuff over here. We're just gonna, like, you know, capture it to show off what it's all about. Basically, like, heals your units. This will basically, like, you know, cause, like, damage against, like, enemy, like, fires and stuff like that. This will basically, like, attack the battleship directly. Alright, so that's basically activated. It'll basically fire against, like, the battleship soon. We're gonna send this basically guy over here, I think, to, like, you know, capture this. Actually, let's send him over there, I guess. And apparently this guy's got himself a little bit of, like, damage to his hull there, so that happened. And alarms, alarms, alarms. I'm actually going to work soon, but whatever. Let's just, like, finish this battle off here. Alright, so this guy to deploy some more stuff basically to fight me here. He's basically fighting, like, even with, like, frigates over here, so let's just show off, like, this weapon against, like, the field units. You can actually, like, fire directly at their units if you want to, so that'll basically apply, like, the decay effect we basically have right here, so we basically take damage from, like, you know, my ship's, like, weapon over time, so, like, the drones here. That's gone. And yeah, I can see, like, this is basically firing against the battleship over here. Alright, awesome. We basically, like, activate both these things here. This will heal up my guys up here, and it's like, this will, like, you know, basically, like, attack any, like, fire basically sends against me, so that's awesome. And let's just send this guy up like this. And now it's, like, basically, like, you know, hitting me with, like, you know, this stuff over here, but whatever. Alright, so good job, Admiral. Here's a summary of the battle. So basically, we got some scrap for blowing up the Shirk ship. There's lots of different, like, strategies you have to, like, employ against, like, different factions in this game. So against, like, a church battleship, these guys basically are all about, like, using, like, you know, their weapons basically to soften up your guys, that, like, you know, with, like, the building effects and, like, you know, make it easier that way, and, like, you know, maybe, like, hit with, like, you know, battleship related weapons after that if they want to. But whatever. Let's prepare a mission here. We're just gonna scan the planet, see what it's good for. Alright, let's send this guy basically down. We'll basically get, like, you know, limited resources, but, you know, we don't lose, you know, many people, so that's fine. Now, don't buy if you want to. You can basically speed this up here a little bit, so you have, like, you know, fast forward options if you want, so let's go really fast here. Seriously abandoned all factory, so we got, like, nothing out of it. So, line secure, Admiral. You've seen your byways, what you want to do. So, basically, we got a few resources here, but I want to try and get some more, so let's continue. I know some damage to my guys there, but whatever, it's fine, they're not dead. Alright, let's continue on. There's my reward. Not a bad reward for what it's basically worth. We've already been to the rest of these places right here, so let's just push on. Now, by the way, if like, you know, if I basically let this, like, you know, red zone basically catch up to me, the alert, basically we'd have to, like, fight against, like, you know, an enemy, like, you know, battleship, and we wouldn't be able to, like, to access, like, the stuff in these sectors, so you never want to just basically catch up to over here. You want to basically avoid, like, the red, like, you know, spaces as they come along. But you can see, like, you know, where they're basically going to pop out, so you can see, like, where they're, you know, popping up too, so, and stuff like that. Alright, let's just go to this big sector over here, I guess. I'll show off a little bit more before I basically call it quits if I have to. Hey, saw your ship there, so I thought I might as well ask. We need a hyperventilator 23 to make a generator to go. Any chance you got one kick around? I think we got some scrap around here to pay you with somewhere. Chief here, sir, listening. In. We don't have 23 in our stock, but we could break down a bird down and get it that way. So basically, I could patch one of my squadrons basically to, like, help these guys out. So, alright, let's just do that. Chief, break it down. Let's give the station what they need. You got it, sir. So basically, I'm gonna wreck with my fighters here, but we're gonna basically get access to, like, some scrap basically for it. So basically, we're like, breaking down a fighter, we get some scrap basically. Your engineer gave us the 23. You're a generally good guy, aren't you? And transmission, sir. Guess you forgot to, about looking for a scrap. So yeah, again, this is a very dystopian universe. You basically could help out with disciplines like this, but it may not be always going in your favor. So we basically didn't get anything out of this. We just like packs are like squadron for nothing. Yeah, she forgot. And I'm not really getting a lot of good fuel from like these stars, so it's not great to see. But oh well. Alright, let's just see here. Let's go here first. Oh, we got ourselves a battleship. Another church battleship, basically. The only gods want you dead. They told me so. Alright, so a straight up church battle fight here. So, whoa, let's fight this guy. Nope, there's some turrets over here. So, basically, these are like, turrets that are on the field here. I think these are catchable, but I think they also like to attack you as well. So, basically, want to stay out of like the attack range of these guys to avoid being hit by them. Alright, so he's got a thrusted booster suit, so basically squadrons move faster. And this guy's got basically tactical weapons, so basically like, duration effects created by weapons, time effects squadrons are created in the battlefield, so basically like, his battleship weapons are like, last longer, so I gotta watch out for that. And there's like engine disruptor and hullbreaker again, so yeah, fun stuff. By the way, if you don't actually like, select these guys to deploy, they just randomly deploy basically next to your battleship like that, so that's what they basically do. Alright, these guys are gonna come for me, so let's just go like this. Alright, this guy got slow, but well, that's fine. We're gonna basically go like this and like, attack these guys over here a little bit. Alright, we got rid of those guys, so let's just go like this. Let's just speed this up a little bit by firing at the battleship. By the way, I don't actually have to attack this guy if I want to. I just keep attacking his battleship here, so there we go, we blew him up. There's our scrap reward, we blew him up. And there's really nothing really of like worth here, but whatever, like, we blew up a battleship. Ooh, another battleship. Here's the key battleship. So this is like another like house here, and this guy's badly damaged. I'm picking up faint distress signals from inside our battleship. Want me to send us in, sir? Honestly, nice to see a little action. Let's make contact with the ship if we can. Get me in touch with the ship, Lieutenant. Sorry, sir, no one's ever responded. Ship looks to be abandoned. Want to send us in, sir? Alright, let's send some people in to see what's happening. Lean, put a team together and find out find that signal. Of course, sir. Watch your sixes, troops. We're heading in. Let's see what's in the key battleship then. Sir, we're in. Our trackers are telling us we're close to a signal, but we're hit a snag. Corridor collapse, sir, blocking us. Unless we have a way to clear a path through this rubble, I'm afraid the search end is here. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the kitchen to basically do this, so we'll just push on and let's just, like, leave it be then. Lean, get your men and women back in the ship. Safe and sound. That's an order. Right away, sir. You heard what the Admiral said. Move it. So, basically nothing from this, so that sucks, but well. So yeah, there's basically containers there, but we aren't able to access them, so well. Now I'm running out of, like, neon NXP, which is not great, but oh well. Kosh battleship! Alright, we're fighting another Kosh guy. Good luck sticking your attack against ours. Well, let's take the Kosh out, I guess. Alright, so, again, it's this guy got a battleship weapon here, so plasma nuke basically is like a, a giant, like, smashing thing here. You know, technically my ships are basically better for this, but I have to watch out for, like, you know, the fire system going after my drones. But other than that, like, you know, let's just, you know, go for this, I guess. Let's position those guys right there. So we're going to have to fight with those guys, and these guys are going to go after the battleships when they get around to it. And we're just going to chase those guys around, that's fine. You're going to chase off these guys right here. Now nobody's trying to, like, you know, hit my guys basically in a gas ray field here, so... Oh, this guy's locked. Although these guys actually have a special type of frigate apparently, so... This guy's actually got, like, the magnetic frigate basically, like, you know, stops your guys from being, like, able to, like, you know, move away, so like, I actually can't, like, you know, attack anyone besides these guys here. So that's like a blocker type of frigate right there. My drones are in trouble because basically the fires are gonna, like, rip into him this way, but oh well. Yeah, these guys are dead, so we're gonna lose our drones here. Now when you basically lose your drones, basically they got, like, you know, as a, much like the other guys, like, blown up, and you basically have to, like, wait for them to get repaired. So basically this guy's, like, you know, out of action for a little bit, and we can't use him. But whatever, we're freaking nice to, like, take this guy on. Let's probably just had him. Alright, there we go. We took out the fire squadron. Move these guys basically into attack. Oop, there's the plasma nuke coming at me. Boom. You're gonna get up here to attack this guy. Alright, so yeah, sometimes these guys can surrender, so this guy's, like, offering me some fuel and scrap. I'll take that, why not? I need the fuel, right? So why not? It helped me. Sometimes it's worth to let these guys surrender, sometimes it's not, but you know, I think it's worth it that time. Alright, so. Now our plan here can basically visit, so why not? Let's go here. And there's a scrapper battleship, because why not? Scrapper, sir! Anyway, transmission. Nice looking ship there, but he wants to basically blow it up hard, so whatever, let's attack him. I know that sometimes enemies don't fight you, but in this case a lot of these guys are ours, so, you know, whatever it is, what it is. Ooh, 2 boomer drones. Not great. Alright, let's just drop these guys right here, almost like, you know, get to it, I guess. These are not going to be friendly to fight, but oh well, let's just take them on. This is a very bad position for this guy because he's basically going to get blown up from, like, you know, 2 different angles, so... Oh, you got hit there. Oh well, let's just, like, avoid this guy here. Attack! We're just going to press it right now and try and take these guys on. He's only got, like, a little bit of XP, right, this guy here, so... I might be able to blow him up before he really gets a chance to do anything to me, so... There, done. Let's prepare a mission to go elsewhere, I guess, onto the planet here, so let's scan. Alright, so I'm not by the way telling me it's not worth it to basically send these guys down. I could send this guy down, but he has a chance basically of being injured, and he's going to lose basically up to 8 commandos. Like, all my commandos basically to get some resources. So sometimes it's better like, not to use, like, you know, things here, but, let's just launch it. If he gets injured, he gets injured, but, you know, if I can, let's pull him out if I have to, so to speak. There he gets some, like, you know, he gets injured a little bit there. Ooh! Ooh! That's an officer I just picked up right there. So I definitely want to pull out here, like, really fast, basically, so... We're going to retreat. So not by basically if you retreat, you basically, like, you know, take, like, the loot basically got. We basically got ourselves a new officer, so I want to basically pick up the officer. Let's leave the intercommandos and, like, you know, they'll die, but, you know, we're going to pick up an officer basically for us, so... There's a new officer, basically. So here's, like, Edward Howard. And basically she's, like, you know, another soldier who I don't really need, but, you know, whatever. We got ourselves another soldier. Hello. Basically I want to guys put her up over here as well, so... There's like real tactics, basically like, you know, pack squadrons basically has short range DPS increased by non-packed units. So basically, if a unit's got like, you know, full health, and like, you know, yours does not, basically you'll do a lot more damage based to them. So awesome. Awesome ability if I deploy, say, this guy here, for example. Alright, so, that's it for this sector. Now, I'm not probably like, you know, as like you push on, basically you'll have like a boss basically at like the end of like each exit. But we're actually like gone like, you know, I think far enough in like this episode basically should give you an idea like, you know, how basically this game basically plays out. Essentially, Crying Suns is basically like, you know, you go from like sector to sector, exploring to systems like, you know, worlds and stuff like that. You have like the like, you know, events that happen like are good and bad. And you're basically not trying to be a good guy in this like, you know, this game as opposed to like FTL, because if you try to be a good guy, it's like you're going to get had, or, you know, you're just not going to get anything good out of it, so to speak. But whatever. We're the Admiral. And like, you know, this is like an Admiral type of game. Alright, so this is basically Crying Suns. I hope you guys basically enjoyed the gameplay showing it off. I think it's a very good pickup, this game. So, it's definitely a game I suggest, like, you know, checking out if, like, you know, you're possibly interested in like an FTL type of game. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed. And I hope, by the way, like, you know, much like any RFTL game, by the way, you can't start a new game until, like, you know, you basically, like, you know, go for like your first one. So that's like what this type of game Missy is. Alright, well, I hope you guys basically enjoyed, and take care.